What up, world? It's your boy Joekooldatrucker, man. Doing my thing, you know what I'm talking about? I'm down here in the ATL for my very first time. Making my last little old delivery before I head back up towards Illinois. Got my jewel. I put the cigars away, man. I put them away probably about 6 months ago. So I don't know if this is a good or bad thing, but it's cool. And I don't have no ashes or nothing like that there, so I guess that's a plus. I say I'm down here chilling, man, in ATL. My first time ever being here. I wish I had more time to spend out here to go sightseeing and whatnot, but you can only do what you can do. Been an interesting morning so far. So, I'm outside of Nashville at a rest area, getting my 10 hour in. And I wake up about 4 something this morning because I got to be at my first drop off spot at 8 in the morning. So I smash out about 4:45. Now, what I was unaware of is that when you get into Georgia, outside of Chattanooga, the doggone time change. It go up an hour. So now all of a sudden, I'm thinking it's about 5 something. It turned out to be 6 something. And I still got about 150 miles to go. I said, gosh, to be more careful. So I had to call dispatch, let them know I was going to be running late. You know what I mean? It was an honest mistake. So I make it to the spot. I get in there, I turn my paperwork in, and now when you talk to certain people, you gotta have a different dialect. Like when you're doing business, you talk business. When you're talking to the homies or to your family or what have you, you kind of talk, what makes you feel comfortable talk, so to speak, like I'm talking to y'all. So I get in there, it ain't nothing but black folks in there, pretty much, for the most part. And that's a beautiful thing to me. I love seeing that. So I get in there, this cat, take my paperwork, process it and do all that. And he like, man, where you from? And I like, well, I'm from Texas. He like, you don't sound like you from you don't sound like you from Texas. And you sound too proper and whatnot. So I laugh, you know what I mean? I was like, well, now hold on. I didn't get a chance to explain the whole story. So I tell him that I was born and raised in California. Right off the bat, he say Hollywood. Ah, you from Hollywood, huh? You guys up there eating lobster and doing all kind of stuff like that there. I was like, well, nah. I can't quite say that. You know what I mean? I ain't had too much lobster in my life. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. Caviar. And then the other younger brother, he didn't see me when I came in. All he doing is just listening to me talk. So I go sit down by a chair next to him. He look over at me and like, oh, man, I thought you was white. I just laugh, it was a good time, And so we chopping it up a little bit and whatnot. And so I get my load done and unload and whatnot. I got the second spot to go to. The first stop was in Duluth, Georgia. I hope I'm pronouncing that right for all you Georgians. If I'm not, again, I apologize. I mean no disrespect. So I leave out of there and I'm headed to Atlanta. And it's a beautiful city, by the way. Very beautiful. All I could really see it from, unfortunately, though, was the highway. So I'm cruising. I get off at my exit. And I'm on, I want to say James Jackson Road. I think that was the name of the street that I turned off the highway. James Jackson or something to that effect. Y'all know what I'm talking about if y'all grew up here or whatever. So now I gotta go down this road to turn in to get to my second spot. So I get to the entrance, and of course, no trucks and trailers allowed through this entrance. My entrance is on Bolton Road. Ah, man, you got to be kidding me. So now when you miss a turn in one of these old jokers here, you missed a turn in one of these old jokers here. I say okay. So I go all the way down the road, and god dog it, I'm never really good with the roads like that. I really just don't remember them because I'm always, on my map quest or what have you. So I get down all the way down to where you can either make a left or a right. I look over to my right. I'm at a stoplight. I look over to my right. I recognize that I'm in the hood. Gang of folks hanging out. You know what I'm saying? Just chilling. You got youngsters. You got old schools. You know what I mean? Everybody's just chilling. Weather about 63. It's kind of cloudy out here, but it's still kind of warm. So, folks hanging out doing what they do. You got your hustlers. You got your people asking for money and whatnot. So I bust a left, go down this road, telling myself, man, I need to find a place to where I could bust a U-turn. So I'm going down the road, I'm going down the road, and finally I see a big enough parking lot off to my right-hand side to where I could bust a U-turn. I pull up in the parking lot, and it looked like it was an old nightclub or something that got shut down. So I bust a U-turn, I pull back up to the light to make the left to go back up the road I just came down, And I look across the street, I notice I'm in Center Hill. Zone 1. I said, gots to be more careful. So, I ain't tripping on it. It was just a beautiful thing because I'm always hearing, Atlanta rappers talk about Center Hill, Zone 1, and all that old good stuff. I bust a left, I go back up the road, and then I make another right, get back on James Jackson, or whatever that road is. I bust a right, go back up towards Bolton. And so I see the spot where I thought I could turn in with the sign that says no trucks, trailers. So I'm like, well, shoot, okay. So I go up to Bolton. I got to make a left on Bolton. But now the cold part about that is it's a sign that says no trucks with more than 6 wheels on this road. So I'm like, now hold on. How you gonna have the entrance on Bolton but can't even no doggone big rigs go down this road? So lucky for me, I see a tanker truck coming the other way. I'm like, okay, well if he can go down that joker, I can go down that joker. So I bust a left. I go down. I'm cruising a little bit, going kind of slow so I don't miss my entrance. I see my entrance. I pull in and do my thing. And so now everything's all good. But, of course, I'm super duper late. You know what I mean? They not tripping, though, thank goodness. You know what I'm saying? First time being here, next time I come here, I'll know where to go and how to handle it. So, yeah, man. it's been a funny morning. I seen a little bit of the hood, whatnot. And it's been all right. So after I get done with this one here, I'm gonna be empty. Now I gotta head back up through Nashville, through Cashville, and all that there to get back to where I need to be. So I say it's been an interesting morning. I done been stereotyped by my own people. So it ain't just white folks that stereotype us. It's everybody that stereotype us. So with all that being said, man, I still love what I do. I'm enjoying myself to the fullest. It's been an adventure so far. Like I said, I wish I could stay longer so I can see more of Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? But maybe another time. But I'm gonna end it right there, man. Just another day in the life of Joekooldatrucker, man. Y'all, excuse me. Y'all folks be good and be good to each other, man. And a man. Peace.